Hello friends, operator Starsky reporting from Kyiv, Ukraine. It's day 621 of the terror Russian invasion of a democratic European country. Yesterday, the Muscovite war criminals attempted to strike the National Art Museum in Odessa. Luckily, the Russian missile missed just several meters, but still the building sustained damage. And obviously, the Russian terrorists were totally inspired by ISIS, targeting historic and cultural sites and giving no shit about the consequence, being both aggressive and mentally failed. The Russian terrorists keep accumulating long-range missiles, preparing for the winter strikes on the civilian infrastructure in Ukraine. Just exactly like it happened last year, only this time much higher intensity of the upcoming strikes is expected because the Russians are really mad for not being able to break the Ukrainian people last year, when they expected the Ukrainian civilians to freeze and die massively. Also, in the past 24 hours, the terrorist scum dropped 87 bombs on Kherson, the only major city taken by the Russian army in 2022, and later liberated by the Ukrainian defenders because the Russian terrorists were lacking men to take the town of Bakhmut. Amazing Russian planning and absolutely successful exchange. Yesterday, approximately 880 Russian alcoholics quit drinking vodka forever after a proper treatment introduced by the armed forces of Ukraine. According to the Security Service of Ukraine, in 2023, its cybersecurity department deflected 4,000 cyber attacks conducted by the Russian terrorists not only against Ukraine, but also against the Western countries. And speaking of the Russian cyber attacks, we should also mention the informational warfare waged by the Russian supremacists against the democratic world. According to the Vox check, this year the amount of the Russian propaganda in the European media grew as much as twice comparing to 2022. The analysts found more than 8,000 cases of the Russian propaganda and deliberate misinformation shared in the media of 6 European countries: Germany, Italy, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia and Hungary. Being the closest European neighbor and ally of Ukraine, in the recent 2 years, Poland sustained the biggest Russian informational attack with almost 1,900 cases of misinformation found by the analysts. Can your country withstand the informational warfare waged by the terror Russian propagandists? We'll talk about it in the tonight's stream on my channel. Meanwhile, I'd like to share a fresh Russian cringe found today in the Moscovian media. A Russian invader came to Ukraine because he wanted to experience a hot bath for the first time in his life.
Всем привет! Мне несказанно повезло. Город Кременная, ЛНР. До фронта здесь буквально километра 4-5. Ну, я в первый раз, ребята наши отремонтировали старую советскую колонку, набрал горячей воды и тащусь. Принимаю горячую ванну. Честно говоря, сам в ахере.
You just saw a Russian hobo enjoying his first ever hot bath in a captured Ukrainian apartment. This is the real reason why they keep coming here, because people in Ukraine live better than most of the fucking scum coming from the depths of tundra and considering itself the God's chosen people. Some wise person once said, Russianism is worse than fascism. It contains no ideology whatsoever. It's a chaos of shit and death. And I cannot agree more. My friends, I wish you all a beautiful day. I'm operator Starsky. As always, be safe.